Cooking Diva, a novel about a Thai girl with a passion for Thai cooking, written by Panwadee, Ponglada K, ITTIMAKIN. Episode 18. Are you well? Did you feel very cold last night? Chai asked softly. He had arranged a driver to pick them up at Phu Luang. 30 minutes later, they arrived at the hotel. The two grandsons went to see their grandmother, but the two girls excused themselves, Midi to go home while Primera to get changed. I'm well. I was worried about you all. It was raining very hard last night. We were lucky the cousin Chai had managed to take some pictures of the rare orchids for you before the rain started falling. It was raining so hard that we had to stay overnight on the mountain. The Nuton reported to grandmother. Are you sure you are all right, Kunya? Chad asked again with worry. He suspected that grandmother had hidden something from him, as she did not want anyone to feel unhappy. It was so strange that last night I felt fine. Is that right, Dujan? This hotel doesn't have air conditioning. The toilet is outside the room, so it is not convenient, but it is fine with me. Richard felt relieved. The Nuton looked puzzled. He wondered why his cousin was worried sick about grandmother. Nujan was here with grandmother all the time. Or was it that Richard might not trust her anymore? As you are all are back, we can go home now. Jamnian has been here waiting. Midi hasn't shown up. So why don't we go pick her up at her house? I want to know where she lives. Everyone looked puzzled, but no one said a word against grandmother's wish. Grandmother certainly had some love for the girl, so she wanted to get to know her better. Jamnian guided the driver of the white minivan to park in front of a small old house. Amidst all the dust, Midi in her local dress, pink blouse and a black skirt, passing with her parents, came out to meet them. She had a black backpack on her right shoulder and a jar on her left hand. She was ready to go. She is a very poor girl. I really feel a pity on her. I want to go and see them. Open the door for me, will you? Please don't go. It is dusty around here. Look, they are coming to meet us. Richard stopped his grandmother. Primera looked at a small house and turned her face away. The Nuton had opened the door and got out of the car to meet them. He gave a wave to Midi's parents and greeted them with a broad smile. Good morning. I am the Nuton. I am a grandson of Kunya Yisun. Mr. and Mrs. Songla were puzzled. Midi did not tell anything about his gentleman. All she said was about grandmother and her boss, Char. They saw the old lady sitting in a car. They gave her a wine. Grandmother acknowledged their greeting and said kindly, I come here to pick up your daughter. Do not worry about her. She is good and hardworking. I will give her my best supports. Many thanks. Midi told us that you had been very kind to her. You gave her a good job. We really have nothing to give you as a token of our thanks, but fruits and vegetables from our garden. Bunmi handed a big pumpkin, a mango basket, and a bag full of mushrooms to Danuton. Thank you. I'm not well enough to walk down, but I really want to buy some local handmade silk cloth. Do you happen to have some? Go get your cloth here. Kandi hurried into her house and came back with a stack of more than 10 pieces of cloth in her hands. I will buy them all. How much? Give me my purse, will you? Yes, Kunya. Chad handed a black purse to his grandmother. She took 20,000 baht bills and handed them to Kamdi. I give you all. I hope it's enough. Kamdi counted the money and said softly, Oh no, it is too much for this cloth. Danuton insisted with a smile. Please accept the money. They all are so beautiful, Ruben. You must have spent all your time weaving them. Take the money, Kamdi. Kunya is kind to you. Jamnian sitting in the back seat said, Yes. Midi, say goodbye to your parents. So shall go. Jamnian told the girl, I have to go now. I will come home again soon, hopefully. She gave a hug to her mom and dad before she got into the minivan. She kept her eyes on her parents until they were out of sight. As she sat in the minivan, she recalled the questions her parents had asked her when she came home in the morning. Why she had to stay overnight on the mountain and with whom she stayed. She had told them a lie, that the four of them had stayed together in the rest area. Her parents believed what she had told them. That the driver did a good job. They made a stop along the way for lunch on the way back to Bangkok and continued on until they had arrived in Bangkok in the evening. They stopped at Prabhimira's house to drop her off. Chad helped her carry her suitcase into the house. Her house was big and was not too far from Washila Place. When Chad got back into the car, Danuton whispered, Beautiful, rich, but smart or not, I don't really know. What did you say? Grandmother asked Danuton with a little smile on her face. No, I was just asking when we were going to get home. I'm getting hungry. You are? I haven't heard anybody else complaining. Chai, are you hungry? Grandmother turned to ask her favorite grandson. I suggest we have dinner before going home. Good idea. I have not had dinner outside for a long time. I want to eat hot pot. Shall we go to a hot pot place? Are you sure? It's normally too crowded in a hot pot restaurant. Do not worry, I will be just fine. Okay. Richard had never gone against grandmother's wish for once. The Nathon suggests a restaurant in the biggest shopping mall in Bangkok. Grandmother was so happy, enjoying hot pot in the restaurant. Everyone joined the same table. No class distinction here, as everyone tried to please grandmother. When they had arrived at Vashira Place, grandmother said to Midi, "Go take a shower and change your clothes and bring all your stuff here. I want you to stay in the Thai house with me. From now on, you will stay with me here every night." Both grandsons looked at each other, a little bit confused. Why would grandmother want to do that? "You have been looking after me for all of your life. I would like to free you so that you will have your own time to do anything you want to do. But I, I'm happy taking care of you." Dukjan followed her and said it with tears in her eyes. "I know you care about me, but you should less you worry. I want you to go and arrange a room for Midi." It was the last command from grandmother that no one dared to challenge. Midi herself had to do what grandmother asked her to do. Richard had no say. He knew that grandmother must have had something on her mind, and she did not want to tell anyone. Grandmother demanded that Midi came to stay very close to her because she did not want Dukjan to be by her side anymore. Dukjan kept her feeling inside, as usual. She never revealed her true feeling to anyone. All she could do at that moment was smile, a beautiful smile always. But when she went back to her own room, she made a call. "Can you meet me tomorrow? I will go out and will meet you," she said shortly and then hung up. She looked stern. Her eyes were full of anger. This was not the Dukjan everyone knew. That night, Midi moved into a new room in the Thai house where she would give grandmother company. Richard was in the room chatting with his grandmother when she came in. "You can go take a rest now. Are you sure you want me to go? Midi is here. If there is an emergency, she will call you. Have a sweet dream, Kunya." He kissed his grandmother's cheeks, and before he went out of the room, he said, "My room is next to this room. You can call me anytime if Kunya needs me." "Yes, sir." Once he had gone out, grandmother asked softly, "Are you good at reading? I remember that you are a college dropout, right?" "Yes. I had studied food science in college for 2 years, but I had no money to continue, so I dropped out and went to work for a living." "Oh, yes, that's right. So you can read for me then?" "Absolutely." Midi had read a Dharma book to the already until she had slept before she went to sleep on the futon opposite to grandmother's bed. Shadisha came back to check on his grandmother in her room really late that night. He checked the AC thermostat and found it at 25 degrees Celsius, as it was supposed to be. Before he went out, he looked at the young girl who was asleep, curled up like a little child. He adored her for a moment before he quietly went out of the room. He did not realize that grandmother had quietly and smilingly watched him with her eyes wide open in the dark.